Use the referral link in the description to g2a.com for all of your Xbox codes, PlayStation codes and video games, and be sure to use the code CHES at checkout to get yourself 3% cash back. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 8 of the Tottenham career mode here on FIFA 19. In the last one, Gareth Bale scored his first goal for us since his return to Tottenham Hotspur. It was quite a beautiful one at that. We start today with a game at home against Cardiff in the Carabao Cup for the first time. Not taking that competition seriously at all, so I will be playing all of the youngsters in that game. And with Huddersfield, and we end with Juventus in the Champions League. And I'm not sure whether it's home or away. It is away against Juventus. Oh, that's a biggie. That's a biggie. But we'll start with this one against Cardiff. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. There will, of course, be another The Journey video later on this evening. But for now, we're going to concentrate on Cardiff. This is my starting lineup. I know a number of you will have wanted to see it, considering the heavy rotation nature of it. Walker Peters at right back, Carter Vickers and Tanganga at centre backs, with Skip, Oakley Booth and Amos in the midfield. Baker, the youngster that I've actually now called up specifically for this game, with that he's been given the number 9. I shall alter that in due course. But he is going to push on and start on the left-hand side of this midfield. He's rated 61. He's 3-star, 3-star. And he has potential to get between 84 and 94. So I'm very, very hopeful he could actually be a very good player for us. And I may even be able to get him back in here. Unfortunately, I haven't. But we can get that round there to Amos. Alex Smithies makes a smart save. Positive start here against Cardiff City. Wilfred Zaha will take the corner. There are a couple of more notable players in the starting lineup, like Wilfred Zaha and Danny Rose, purely because I don't have backup youth players in those positions. That was a horrible pass from Skip. But I'm still confident, despite the very young nature of this team, that we should be able to at least give Cardiff a competitive game, and maybe even still progress in the cup. Do that way to Danny Rose. Lots of runners in front of me, including young Baker, who's turned inside well. Just need to use some support though. There's Edwards. Cardiff been pretty solid defensively to this point in the game. Trying to find some space for Wilfred Zaha, but I can't. And that was a pretty terrible effort from Oakley Booth. Note self, don't shoot on his right foot ever again. Kadeem Harris is in behind here. He's racing away. Danny Rose is just quick enough to close him down. Nicely played inside there to Camorezo. Drawn a good save up Fraser Forster. First time he's been called upon in the 32nd minute. Really well struck effort. Junior Hoylett will take the corner here for Cardiff. Float it towards the penalty spot. Up goes Harrison. I'm pretty sure that hit the woodwork on the way over the bar. Not very far wide at all from Cardiff. Wiped out 2 of my own defenders there. And now he's in great space. That's going to be 1-0, isn't it? Oh, what a save, Fraser Forster. I can't quite believe that when going for the ball... Oh, what a save with his left arm. I took out not 1 but 2 defenders when trying to tackle the man on this near side. And then they very nearly scored from it as well. Amos heads that away, thankfully. It's been a competitive first half. But I keep getting to the edge of their box and kind of getting stuck. So I might be better served to try these sort of counter-attacks. But I just, at the minute, I'm struggling to click with the youngsters. But there's plenty of time left in the game to try and get ourselves into the next round. And of course, there's always extra time and penalties after that if we can't do it inside 90 minutes. Was inside to Oakley Booth. Forward to Zaha. Baker's out wide. Zaha is still there. Danny Rose arriving on the overlap. That's a good option. Now can we find someone in the middle with the cross? Zaha's there. Smithies holds on again. Starting to create more chances now. But still no goal. I feel slightly open at the minute as well at the back. As they try and catch me on counter-attack after counter-attack. Thankfully Carter Vickers cuts that out. There's Wilf. Just knock that back. Oakley Booth. That wide to Baker. Use Danny Rose here. This is good football. There is a man in the middle to aim for. And can I get this back into the middle? Yes! Oh, the lead at last! The lead at last. I think that's Amos. It is. Oh, really, really good ball to the back post. The only option they had there was to get it back into the middle. I'll be honest, the initial ball was meant for Amos. It went to the back post to Edwards. Slightly lucky with the deflection off the defender that kind of dropped it right in front of Amos and took the pace off the ball. But technique on the volley is superb, and the keeper, no chance from that range. 1-0 Tottenham at last. Oh, just going to reach Junior Hoylett. That's a top quality finish. A very good finish from Junior Hoylett. Cardiff fired back pretty much immediately. Thought initially he was in space on that far side, but he had the defender with him, but he lost him, and that's a great, great goal. He's put his foot right through it. Fraser Forster might be 6'7", but he's not getting anywhere near that. Always bending away from him and speeding up on its way to the back of the net too. 1-1. We were only in front for 4 minutes. Woods. Back inside to Winks. Forward to Amos. Aiko, Rose arriving. Whip it towards the back post where Harry Winks is arriving. What a save. I've brought on Harry Winks and Harry Kane at the end of this game, but how Alex Smithies has kept that out, I've no idea. Unbelievable reactions. Could have come for the cross, decided against it, and that's a top quality save. That's ridiculous. Baker will deliver the ball in. Up goes everybody, and the ball goes away. Kane. Forward to Edwards. Across there to Baker. It's now or never. It's going to happen inside 90 minutes. And Edwards turns well. Oh, but can't get the shot in. What a tackle. It is going to be extra time here at home against Cardiff in the Carabao Cup. And that might well have been the moment to win it with the last kick of the game. Unfortunately, it wasn't. Into extra time we go. Complete dominance of the game. I just can't seem to score. Oh, it's gone straight to penalties. No extra time in the Carabao Cup anymore. Straight to pens. Harry Kane will step up and look to bury this one. And has done so. Really nicely tucked away. Let's see what we can do with the second one. Bobby Reid is going to step up for Cardiff. Ever since they added in that ability to change your run-up, every single time anyone takes a penalty for the CPU, they always alter their run-up. It's really, really frustrating. It takes forever to go through penalty shootouts. Junior Hoylett, wait for it, adjusts his position. We'll go for a huge run-up. And then have it saved by Fraser Forster. This is where a 6'7" goalkeeper really comes in handy. Danny Rose, I'm going to go top right. Oh, it's bottom right, but it's a very, very well tucked away penalty. If I save this, then this is the most straightforward penalty shootout I've ever had. Unfortunately, it's not, because Harry Artis buried that in the back of the net. But if we score this with Skip, who was arguably the worst player on the pitch, we are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup on pens. Skip was probably my least favourite player to play with in that game of all of the youngsters. But he's the man to send us through, isn't it always the way? Up next, a game against Huddersfield in the Premier League. Mersel in goal for Huddersfield. 4 at the back for them. Smith, Jurgensen, Schindler and Durham. Skiri and Hogg holding. 4-2-3-1 by the looks of things for them. Kachunga, Pritchard and Carlos Hill, who's a new signing for them, out on the left with Mounier up top, who always seems to play well against me, frustratingly. Aaron Moy on the bench. Starting my normal rotation side, if that makes sense, here against Huddersfield, rather than the absolute worst side I could put out with the kids, like I did against Cardiff. So Zaha and Rose return, but Foyth, Maguire, Aurier, Winks, Dyer, De Jong, Lucas and Lamella in, because of course we have the game midweek against Juventus, and I want my full strength side to be fully fit for that. But we should still be able to get a decent result here away from home against Huddersfield. This side should be strong enough to get the win. Just have to wait and see if it can actually do that. Rose into Lamella. Zaha. Here's Eric Dyer. Got Frankie de Jong in front of me. Oh, nice ball into Lucas. I just need to find someone in the middle. That was very simply and effectively done. Ball around the corner to Lucas. Drilled across the box to Wilfred Zaha, who with a simple side foot finish gives us an early 1-0 lead. I'm really pleased with that. That's a dream start here at the Kirklees. Nicely squeezed between defender and post. Ariet inside to Dyer. Forward there to Zaha. Around the corner nicely to Frenkie de Jong. This could be 2. It's not. It might still be. Oh, and it is. The keeper so desperately unlucky there not to keep that out. Harry Winks has 2 in 2 so far today. At least I think he's 2 in 2. No. What? Did he get the goal? No, it wasn't him, was it? Wasn't it? For some reason, my brain told me that Harry Winks scored against Cardiff. What a great angle for the replay. Well, actually, we will see the ball. Oh, keeper's just not quite gotten across to it quickly enough. He's very, very nearly there. It was Amos that got the goal against Cardiff. My brain was... Oh, how unlucky can you get? My brain was telling me it was Harry Winks. Harry Winks was the one that had the header that was remarkably well saved by the goalkeeper at close range, wasn't it? Well, he's got his goal now, at least, as I get myself all confused. And it's Tottenham 2, Huddersfield 0. So far, the rotation of the side technique is working well. Whether it will pay off against Juventus or not remains to be seen. Oh, that's not a foul, as far as I'm concerned, but the referee deems it so. Alex Pritchard to take it. And it's decent! No, it's not. It's wide. Into Dyer. There's Winks. Scoops it forward nicely to Zaha. There's space here for Frankie de Jong, but not able to make use of it. Nacho Hill. It's actually Nacho Hill, not Carlos Hill, as I previously thought it was. Starting on the left-hand side for Huddersfield Town here. It's a new signing for them, but it's not the new signing that I thought it was. It's someone else with a very similar name. Zaha with the turn here. Lamella is running on in front of me. Winks will knock that in front of de Jong. And out wide here is Lucas. Trying to drop the shoulder on the defender. That's gone well. Still, Lucas trying to find the space. I had to go solo after all that. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make it pay.
Certainly wanting to find a teammate, but he's just in behind
the lovely ball looking for Hill. He's got the legs to get to it. Aurier's trying to keep up. Oh, what a turn. Beautifully done. Now, can we just out... Oh. I must have man the back post. Yes, we can. Corner to come in for Huddersfield. If they get one now, there's still plenty of time for them to get an equaliser. But you have to at least keep the ball in play from a corner to do that. Durham. International Hill. To Durham again. Cross could come in here, waiting for it. Waiting for it. Okay, I was just trying to outmuscle him. Oh, to Poitras with a very powerful strike. Lloris is actually going to run after that. If he lobs this first time, oh, I think Lloris might well have found his way back to the line, but still, it would have been dangerous. Mori to Skiri to Poitras again, this time well wide. Oh, that was all a lot more dangerous than it needed to be if I'd have just been able to close down the man on this near side. But I kept thinking he was going to cross and waiting, like halting my run to try and block it, and he just kept running. He just didn't stop. Thankfully, we haven't conceded there. Otherwise, it might have been a rather nervy final 15 minutes or so. It still could be, but no. They've kicked that straight at Harry Maguire. Harry with a throw. De Jong spins. Zaha also spins. Schindler kicks that straight out for a corner. Odd decision, but I guess it was away from danger. For now, De Jong with a delivery. Kachunga. Oh, it was Lucas that won the header. It's only about that big. How do you win that header? I'm not sure. Regardless, oh, maybe he didn't win the header. It's towards Lucas again for some reason. And now, oh, to Poitras. That's really poor. Eric Dyer. In there to Frankie de Jong. We have a late shot this time, we can, but it's blocked at the source, unfortunately. Still, though, the third goal could yet come. Lamella, I mean, I need an option to throw it to, please. Thank you, Eric. No, it's not Eric. That was Frankie de Jong. I thought it was Eric Dyer for some reason. Lamella delivers the ball in. There's Frankie de Jong. Oh, that was Eric Dyer. Ah! Over the bar. There's the final whistle. It's a 2-0 victory. Could have been higher. It could have been a lot closer as well had Huddersfield been slightly more effective in front of goal. They did have chances. They could quite easily have taken a point from that game if they were a little bit more clinical. We, though, have a rather important game up next. It's Juventus away from home. They've gone with Szczesny in goal ahead of Perrin, but that is a very strong side. Of course, Victor Wanyama starting for them at CDM and Nacho Monreal at left back. So a signing from the red half of North London and a signing from the white half of North London. Will it be enough to beat the actual team from North London? Let's find out. Wanyama to Dybala. Costa. So far on FIFA 19 from the capture event and all of my play thus far with this game, Juventus are my bogey team. I've played them 4 times over the course of 2 double-legged affairs with both Liverpool and Manchester City, and I'm yet to beat them over the course of 2 legs. I did win 2-1 against them in 1 leg, but I then subsequently lost the second leg by 4-0 and went out anyway. And then the other time I played Juventus, I drew 1-1 on both occasions and ended up going out on penalties. So I don't know what's going to happen against Juve here in the Champions League in the group stage. We will, of course, be playing them twice again. Thankfully, it's not only the results against Juve that count towards us going through to the next round of the Champions League. We have 2 games against CSK Moscow and Victoria Plzen as well to help us pick up the points to get through. It's a nice tackle by Matuidi. Dembele gets the loose ball first, though. We are joint top of the group with Juve after 1 game, as we beat CSKA and they beat Victoria Plzen. Eriksen, it's deflected and over the bar for a corner. See if we can do something from this. Eriksen delivers. It's a good one. Vertonghen's underneath it. Oh, and Davinson Sanchez can't quite recover possession. Son will whip it back in early. Headed away by the defender. Oh, it's a heavy touch from Moussa Dembele. And now, actually, here they come on the counter-attack. Ronaldo making runs. Davinson Sanchez is quick, but not quick enough to get to that first. Ronaldo with a scoot turn. Little ball into Dybala. Dele Alli tracking back defensively here. Dybala into the middle, and Vertonghen flicks that on, but not very convincingly. And thankfully, Luca Hernandez gets it away. End to end in the opening 20 minutes. And if I can play Bale in behind, we might be end to end to end. And maybe get ourselves a goal. I see Eriksen in the middle arriving late. I'll try and find him, but Nacho Monreal gets the block. Oh, the pace of this game is unrelenting. It's non-stop. Vertonghen, can he win this header? Kind of, but Bonucci, Matuidi and Szczesny work it away amongst themselves. Still, though, the ball could come forward. Still, though, we could take the lead. Not really sure why Son's gone with that first touch, and Bale strikes out against Monreal. It's another corner. It doesn't stop. In again. Oh, headed away. Davinson Sanchez knocked that down. Jan Vertonghen, his left foot is decent, but he's not got the space for it. Ali through to Eriksen, into the middle and cleared away. Here's Cuadrado. Cross blocked. Dybala gets it first. Jan Vertonghen powering his way through and they're kicking it straight at Victor Wanyama. He's not on your team anymore, Jan. You're not supposed to kick it to him. Cuadrado with a delivery. Sanchez heads away. Now I'm the one getting penned in. João Cancelo wins that possession. Oh, Wanyama tackled. Lovely footwork from Kane. I've literally just kicked straight to Chiellini. Dybala, Cuadrado. Please no. Ronaldo. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, I tried to slide in. Cuadrado. Whoa! He hit that hard enough, didn't he? Wide though, thankfully. Kane. Through the gap there to Eriksen. Short to Moussa Dembele. Kane's there again. Oh, what a ball from Moussa Dembele. Kane is onside here, but doesn't have the strength to hold off Bonucci. They're so powerful at the back, Juventus, but they're so difficult to break down. It's a nice spin by Dembele, and Dele will find Christian Eriksen. Maybe look for Harry Kane, but no, Matuidi gets the foot in. Strength is so important this year on FIFA 19, and they have strength in abundance throughout their team. Not sure what Chiellini's doing on that particular occasion. Can we punish them for that mistake? Bale with delivery. Son could get to that. No, João Cancelo is there. For the 3rd time with a 3rd different team. Not really playing that well against Juventus. 0-0 at the break. Dele. Out wide to Heung-min Son. Really heavy touch, but he got to it first. I've given that straight to Paulo Dybala, though, and now there's space there for Cuadrado, but they've come on this left-hand side rather than breaking down the right. Monreal looks to Cristiano. He's got options in the middle here, Ronaldo. Davinson Sanchez is probably the only defender that can deal with him physically. Thankfully, he did so. Here's Monreal and Matuidi linking up. 2 left-footers that were only really offered the potential to cross on their right. Again, Davinson Sanchez fighting with Ronaldo. They've given the ball away, but I can't squeeze it past Matuidi to get it to Kane. Wanyama, great ball to Douglas Costa into the middle, and Cuadrado's there, but Lloris just able to tip it away, and Davinson Sanchez will get to that first. This is really difficult here. I'm struggling here just as much as I did against Liverpool. I just, thankfully, haven't been punished in front of goal as much as Liverpool punished me. I'll try and get that to Bale, which we've done well. I'm being better in possession here than I was against Liverpool as well. Oh, cross blocked by Nacho Monreal. Opportunity to maybe sneak a lead with something from a corner. Wanyama's going off, and Miralem Pjanic is on, and oh, what a header from the corner, but it's blocked by someone. Someone stayed down as well. It looks like it's Harry Kane. Do not be injured, please, Harry. I need you to be fit. It's the one big conundrum with Tottenham in real life. At least we have Wilfried Zaha in this save, but what did Tottenham do if Harry Kane gets injured? Oh, beautiful ball. Cuadrado scores. Keeper beating his near post. Should never have been beaten like that. Really frustrating to go 1-0 down in that manner, and Harry Kane is still down and holding his arm in the opposition goal mouth. The cross is great, but positional sense of Luca Hernandez is terrible. And how has Cuadrado gotten that in from there? That angle, there is not a chance that he should have squeezed that in there. Lloris is in the way. Oh, he's gone down low when the ball's gone up high. It's just the wrong animation choice from the game. All Lloris needs to do is that one, and it's a simple save. I can't believe he squeezed that in there, Cuadrado. And 1-0 down. Harry Kane is able to continue. In the 65th minute, though, we are 1-0 down here against Juventus. Cuadrado into Dybala. Oh, good block. Needed to be made as well. Kane seems to have shaken off the knock as well, which is good news. There's still 20 minutes to go. Oh, if that could have reached Gareth Bale. If only that could have reached Gareth Bale, we might have been in. They made another change, Cuadrado going off. And Iago Aspas coming on. Here's Dele around the corner to Heung-min Son. You see that aggression from João Cancelo there to get to that interception ahead of Heung-min Son. Struggles against Juventus, have to be honest. I wasn't expecting to do that well here. But we might, if Son can bury this. Oh, standard chance of getting a draw. Bale will cut this back. I need someone to pass through this. Kane! Oh, yes! Harry Kane equalises for Tottenham. What a finish as well, whipping it into that top corner from close-ish range. Oh, that's such a relief. Such a relief. Just avoiding defeat in both Juventus games could be huge for our qualification from the group and for the chances of finishing top as well. Just backs off the defender. Bonucci doesn't read it and he's bending, curling always into that top corner. Harry Kane has come to the rescue. Now in there to Dybala. Across to Milan Pjanic. Iago Aspas. Go down the line. Has done. Oh, it's overhit though. João Cancelo picks it up. Whips it in. Dybala. We're behind again. Paulo Dybala with a very good header. Great leap on him too for someone that's not overly tall. Just lofted into the middle and he's got the run and jump on Davinson Sanchez who's just backed away from it there. Can't really explain to you what the defender's doing. He's quite simply moved out of the way. Great header though. Lloris no chance. And after being behind for 13 minutes, we were level for 5 and we're behind again. Defeat against Juventus in both ties in the group stage will probably be a thing now that we've lost this one, but provided we can win all 4 other games, 12 points will certainly be enough to see us through in the group stage. What would be great would be if the other 2 teams drew, and they haven't yet played Victoria Plzen and CSKA Moscow. So I'm not sure what the Champions League group stage will look like after that game, other than Juve top on 6 and ourselves on 3. We are second in the Premier League though, heading into tomorrow's episode. Manchester City still unbeaten, Everton still unbeaten. 19, 18, 17, the points difference between the 3 of us. Arsenal in 4th, Liverpool 5th. Chelsea 8th, and Manchester United starting to rise away from the bottom of the table now, up to 14th and only 3 points away from the top half and only 6 points away from the European spots. So still very early days and United have got a long way to go, but it can be done, that is for sure. In tomorrow's episode, I think we have another Champions League game against Victoria Plzen. We do. Cardiff, West Ham and then Plzen, and then City, Gillingham and Wolves the day after that. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Thank you for your continued support on all of the FIFA 19 content. I'll see you next time.